I'm gonna be honest right now, this is my favorite game of all time right now. I can't think of any other game I'd rather play for the rest of my life. Hey Shriggins, it's me, Damien05. And I'm gonna do something I've been wanting to do. This is in my best friend's name, or it used to be my best friend's name. I've always wanted to do a Terraria hardcore with nobody, just me. I gotta make a whole new world, and man, master. I have to do Terraria hardcore master. Yeah, we're gonna stick with corruption because I'm gonna call this world AD. It's an alien name. Don't look it up. It's got nothing to do with anything. By the way, I'm not gonna curse while doing this because we've all seen that Markiplier Super Mario Maker challenge where every time he cursed he gave $100 to charity. He quoted something from like some book or something that someone wrote saying that cursing is just like not funny, and people use it as like, instead of curse you could have used the opportunity to say something funny. I'm going to do something I've always wanted to do my whole life. Beat Terraria hardcore mode. And I specify beating Terraria hardcore as beating the last boss, who I understand is very hard. Because me and my friend have already tried doing this like a good 5 hours. About. Just banging our heads at the wall. This is dedicated to an unskilled person. Very unskilled at games. I pretty much whooped his ass at every... I pretty much always whooped his ass in every game, and I feel fucking bad for it right now. Oh, well, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. This no cursing rule doesn't mean anything to me, I'll be honest. I'm a bit nihilistic when it comes to these things. Okay, this is the calm before the storm. YouTube platform. I feel like I don't want to feel like I'm not putting any effort into my videos. Because, like I said, I was nihilistic. But just here we go. Just jump into the pool. That's all it takes. That's all I've heard it takes. Just jumping into the pool, starting somewhere. And yeah, I've given up on this concept many times, but this time I'm actually going to go through it. And I am going to act as I want to act in this one Terraria gameplay. What I've always wanted to do. Alright, listen, first off, let me check out my gear. Light. Okay. I like the speed on this one, so I'm gonna use this to... Okay, I'm already messing up. Okay, and I don't want my... Where's my guide at? He can help me out with this already first boss battle. Like, Jeepers, this thing is kinda... I don't know if Jeepers counts. I always thought it was cheap for people to do a don't cuss challenge, but they still say things like Jeepers, or like Corey Kenshin, for example. He doesn't curse at all, but he's always saying dang it, or like gosh darn, and stuff like that. And I've always been with my nihilistic point of view, saying like, well then what's the point of you saying I'm not gonna curse, but you turn around and use substitutes. Using a substitute for like God in your language doesn't make sense. I just ate a mushroom. That's my only my health potion at this time. But I've always like I haven't understood how Corey can just go through with that, saying these things that are technically not cursing, but it always felt like halfway to me. It always felt like living some sort of lie or some sort of technique. It's like technically you didn't curse, but like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna get into it right now. Because I'm sure you know what I mean. And I'm gonna get to work on my base of operations. I've wanted to build into a tree. I've wanted to do like big, elaborate, like little projects, but in Terraria Hardcore, like I don't give a crap if I live in a little shit shack. I don't really care, because like I'm gonna keep building that same like very hard to make house over and over again every time I die. So I'm just gonna make a little house, just a little house, just like Minecraft, just baby's first house. They always like make fun of the noob for making a dirt house, and the pro makes a gold house, and the master, and there's always a hacker who makes like a really like they're using mods when they build their little like freaking jacuzzi tub type thing going on, and I don't know, those videos are pretty cheesy to me, but I haven't watched one of those videos in a while, ever since I was a kid, and I'm already getting harassed. Well, I was getting harassed before, but okay, I need to focus. I need to build a crafting bench, and I need to place it down. Like I said, folks, my dialogue might be cringe, and I'm kind of cringing right now just hearing myself, because I thought it would be a little funnier, but this is what you get. This is what you get. This is what you're gonna get, okay? And put a door right there, and this guy better come inside before, because when it turns to nighttime, oh shoot, I forgot. I'm already forgetting. Okay, guy, come in the door and help defeat these slimes, please. Okay, and I'm gonna have a lot of footage to comb through too, because I'm gonna have a lot of deaths. Oh shoot, that's bad, that's bad. Okay, I'm gonna have a lot of deaths in this little world, this little video idea I'm doing, and oh man, I better get some gear before it turns to nighttime. Yep, this is that bull crap I was talking about. Okay, and I just said the C word, but I don't really care. How do you explain something you don't like then without using curse words? You say, I don't like this particular situation. It is... How do you describe something without using a curse word? I don't know. But these mushrooms, I'm gonna have to collect some mushrooms on the way, so I'll just keep auto hitting. And a peach. Yeah, you get little health boosts for eating fruit like this, and I'm gonna keep on farming these trees for stuff like that. Apples, oranges, tangerines, whatever comes out of there. I was about to say whatever the heck, but I decided, when I just murdered an innocent creature. I think I murdered a squirrel and like a rabbit earlier. Look, we're dropping peaches, we're dropping apricots, we're doing all sorts of things. And I gotta kill these slimes because I'm gonna need to make torches. I'm really gonna need torches. Okay. Anyways, I'm back. What was I talking about? I don't even remember, but I had to go take care of the dog because it wouldn't stop barking at the neighbor. But we can't go that way because the corruption is there, and the corruption's hard to do. Look, he's trying to creep up on my tail right now. Lucky I don't have no throwing knives or anything. Oh man, this might actually be a little bit bad, because he's, yeah, no, how about not today, buddy? Where's the guy? I don't want him to die. For some reason, I'm just very... Oh, jeepers. How do I get rid of him? I just said you can hurt. You see the guy who helped me. He'll help me defeat enemies and stuff. Oh, shoot. He's kind of getting trapped. I don't want him to die. Okay. Luckily, they only aggro onto me. Okay, buddy, you're gonna have to come in here right now. Dude, you're gonna have to... Dude. No. Please tell me you did not just do this to us. Okay, we got it. No. Step back. In the name of... Okay. That was pretty stressful. Not gonna lie, that was... Oh man, that was pretty close there. Those things do a lot of damage, especially early game. This might be the boring part of the series, I'm not gonna lie, the starting up. Because about, you know, 2 or 3 times of doing this, I'm gonna stop showing you the beginning of my playthroughs. I'm just gonna start going to the part where I, like, exceed what I did earlier, and you know what I'm trying to get at, right? It's not just gonna be full unedited, like, Terraria. Like, I'm gonna have to start cutting these up into smaller sections, so we're not doing the same thing over and over again, and this is that time where the gel that we collected comes into play, because these torches are really vital. Okay, I'll worry about creating my base when it gets nighttime, okay? And, okay, I want to search for these giant, okay, I wasn't even paying attention, that guy came on to me. That guy came, okay, no matter which way I put it, it's just gonna sound weird, so I'm just gonna leave, hey. That's what happens when you become an adult. You start like, oh shoot, okay, I don't want to go down that cave, okay, no, none of that, okay, none of that. Okay, now we're actually going to yep, get all that. Not how I wanted to play this, but oh man. Okay, stop freaking out, and let me just regenerate some health. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm still well fed, but... Okay, I'm just gonna start building my house in this little cave area right here, because nighttime is about to come, and, there's a desert ahead of us, so... This world might be a bust, not gonna lie, it might be a bit of a bust. But, yeah, this is just humble beginnings, like I said. You're not gonna see a lot of this. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to... Okay, buddy. Stay back. I am warning you so much. Lazy copper pickaxe. Copper short sword, okay. Okay. It is now becoming nighttime. Now I'm just new beginnings now, and let's see if this house is good enough for this guy. Okay, it's suitable. Okay, that's all I ever wanted. Is for some friends a little bit to this house, and we can have, you know, a little party, or a little whatever. I'm not putting any of this in the video, I'll be honest. I'm freaking cringe. I'm so cringe, bro. Yeah, that moan didn't help me. Let's go down into this cave. Breastplate, that's not gonna do anything. Wooden sword would be sharp. Is that good? That's actually pretty decent. Is it better than the... Okay, I would hope so. And zombies are gonna start spawning. Oh no. Actually, everything's okay. The guide is here, and wow. Okay. I thought zombies were gonna start spawning and stuff, but no, I have my house over there. Just spawn now. Wow. Okay, good one in the caverns, because I don't want to be in... Okay. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is super lucky. My first couple of pots and I get a gold. Okay, this is really shabby. And look at this, we already got our first, okay, buddy. End up killing him. Goodness. Yeah, saying thank goodness instead of thank God, for example, it's like the same thing. It's basically should count as the same thing, because, you know, here I go being technical about it, you know, no one ever likes life when it's technical and, like, boring and, like, this and that, so stuff like dang it or stuff like, you know, freak instead of the F word, I should just say the F. I should just say the F word instead of calling it the F word. This is just how I used to think. I used to be very nihilistic about life. Don't be nihilistic about life because it gets you nowhere. It's not that nothing matters doesn't get you anywhere. It's that being an asshole about it gets you nowhere. Because I used to be very optimistic with my nihilism, saying that because there's no point, then that's an excuse for you to do whatever you want in life. You know, that's what that famous guy, Frederick, like Nietzsche, whatever, like German type name. I really don't want to mess it up, and I'm about to get us killed. And I successfully helped that rabbit get killed. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. What the heck? That was warranted. Okay? If someone almost gets killed with a zombie like that, I'm gonna say, what the heck? I just don't even hear it. Because, oh my goodness. Wow. And I just said, oh my goodness. This is gonna be very self-conscious. What's going on here? This usually goes deeper. These cave thingies usually go a bit deeper than this, but it didn't go deep at all. In fact, it was very shallow. Very shallow. If I had to rate this little cave system here, it'd be like 3 out of 5 stars on the Yelp review. Because honestly, this isn't that deep at all. You know, you can see on the map. It's barely deep at all. Oh man, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's talk about haters. You want to do fun things. You want to kind of get away from it. And oh boy, my first worm. Okay, I know the trick for these. And there's a yellow slime in my path. Okay. Nothing too big. Okay. I just lost. I just died for the very first time. Okay. Yeah, 10 gold. I forgot I was carrying that. It doesn't even matter if I store my gold or not anymore. It doesn't even matter if I store my gold, because honestly, if I die, I'm losing it all. What the heck? Oh, okay, I thought that was something weird. But this is how far I've gotten. Get used to, you know, a lot of this happens. This guide is just gonna never see me come home. I went out and bought, bought the milk, but he's gonna be worried about me, and maybe one day he'll get the balls to come down here himself and come pick up my loot and come fight the good fight like I tried to. But hey, I lost. It just wasn't God's way, so I'm gonna have to restart. Ooh, buddy. I thought it would be longer. I'll be honest with you. I thought it would be longer. So, how am I gonna do this? Fibonacci sequence. This time it's 1. Next time it's gonna be like 2. And then next time it'll be like 3. And then it'll be 5. And then it'll be, yeah. Maybe I'll do a Fibonacci sequence of deaths. That'd be pretty cool to do. But yeah. It's cool, whatever. Let me just, save and exit. Might as well just delete that world, because I'm not gonna have any use for it. Well, I guess that's a wrap. I'm going to call it quits on this day, and maybe I'll edit this video and I'll post it. You know? I don't want it to be, like, really long, but at the same time, I really want it to be an hour-long video, so maybe I did talk about enough things, maybe I didn't, but the trick is I'm gonna call it quits. And I know I don't have anybody right now, but in the future, if I do get big, just know all you have to do on YouTube is start making content. Like, it doesn't even matter if it's good content. I used to be very nihilistic about, you know, I've said this earlier, I was nihilistic. I didn't think it mattered, you know? I thought, you know, all this cheap content that I make didn't matter, but yes, it actually does matter because it sharpens your skills, okay? And if you're just being honest about what content you're making, then, you know, you're better for it. You're just gonna be yourself, you know? It's what it's all about. It's always what it's been about. This is fun to me. Like, I've always wanted to do this. Fun. But I'm gonna be honest, I thought I'd be funnier. I'm kind of disappointed in myself for my comedy skills lacking, but honestly, I don't think I'd have it any other way. I'm perfectly fine with how this video turned out. At least I talked, you know? That's the biggest thing. I couldn't do Game Grumps stuff with my friend because I wouldn't talk. I didn't know what to talk about. I'd be very self-conscious about what I'm saying. And I know I'm gonna post this and like a lot of people are gonna click on this and the people who do watch will be like, man, this guy's bugging. This guy's bugging. This guy can't have no fun. This guy talks about stupid things, but I think there are some people out there who would enjoy this type of content. So I'm gonna make content for people who care. Because I've lost everyone who's here, you know? They said not my problem. And I'm here to preach that it is your problem. You know? Everybody on this earth affects the other person, whether they think so or not. And triggers, I can sit here and talk on and on forever. But I'm gonna work on my comedy skills, okay? I'm gonna read, I'm gonna write, I'm gonna work on my drawing skills, because knowledge is power. I gotta get reading, I gotta get, you know, a lot of references on my hand, because that's what Markiplier's like, oh, just get a couple of references on your hand, and like, I don't know why I made a critical voice, but, well, as cringy as it is, we gotta start something, and if my friends do want to do some Game Grumps stuff, my old friends, I'll keep it strictly business, and I'll try to, you know, maybe they'll want to reach out with me. Maybe that one friend will want to reach out to me at some point in their life and do some Game Grumps type stuff, because that's all I've wanted to do. And for this dedicated to a very unskilled person, I love you, miss you, bye-bye, Triggers.